The year was 1865. A nation, weary from war, rejoiced as the shadow of conflict lifted. Yet, triumph soon turned to tragedy. On April 14th, President Abraham Lincoln, the man who guided the nation through its darkest hour, was assassinated. The news of his death swept across the land like a cold wind, leaving behind a chilling silence. Lincoln, the great emancipator, was gone. In the wake of this national tragedy, plans were made to return Lincoln's body to his final resting place in Springfield, Illinois. This journey, a somber procession by rail, would become a defining moment in American history. As the nation struggled to comprehend the loss of its leader, the funeral train embarked on a journey that mirrored the very path of Lincoln's life, from his humble beginnings to the heights of power. The train itself, draped in black crepe and adorned with flags flown at half-mast, became a symbol of national mourning. On April 21, 1865, the funeral train departed Washington, D.C., embarking on a solemn 1,654-mile journey to Springfield, Illinois. This was no ordinary train ride, it was a pilgrimage of grief, a slow and deliberate procession designed to allow the nation to mourn its fallen leader. The route, carefully planned to retrace Lincoln's journey to the White House in 1861, held deep symbolic meaning. The train passed through major cities, each stop meticulously planned to allow mourners to pay their respects. Baltimore, Maryland, a city steeped in the turmoil of the recent war, witnessed a massive outpouring of grief. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the birthplace of the nation, stood still as the funeral train passed, a solemn reminder of the ideals Lincoln fought to preserve. New York City, a bustling metropolis, paused its frenetic pace to honor the fallen president. Chicago, a city Lincoln knew well, bid farewell with a depth of sorrow that spoke volumes about his impact on the nation. As the funeral train made its way across the nation, it was met with an outpouring of grief unlike anything America had ever witnessed. Millions lined the tracks, their faces etched with sorrow, their heads bowed in respect. People of all walks of life, from the wealthiest industrialists to the humblest farmers, came together in shared mourning. In an era before mass media, the arrival of the funeral train was the only tangible connection many had to the national tragedy. They gathered by the thousands, their numbers swelling the small towns into makeshift memorials. Women wept openly, their faces buried in handkerchiefs. Children, their eyes wide with confusion and sorrow, stood silently beside their parents. Veterans, their bodies bearing the scars of war, saluted stiffly, their faces etched with a grief that ran deeper than words could express. The air was thick with the scent of flowers, a fragrant but fleeting tribute to a life cut short. Section 4. The Phantom Train, Echoes of Grief and Remembrance. The Lincoln funeral train, while a tangible symbol of national mourning, also took on an almost mythical quality. The sheer scale of the journey, the outpouring of grief it evoked, and the enduring legacy it left behind all contributed to its transformation into the Phantom Train. The name itself evokes a sense of mystery and reverence, a reminder that some events resonate through time, blurring the lines between history and legend. Over the years, stories and whispers have circulated about the train. Some claim to have seen it in the dead of night, a ghostly apparition speeding through the darkness, its whistle a mournful wail echoing through the years. Others speak of feeling a sudden chill, a sense of overwhelming sadness, as if the weight of the nation's grief still lingered in the very air. While these tales may be dismissed as folklore, they speak to the enduring power of the Lincoln funeral train. It has become a symbol of national unity, a reminder of the fragility of peace, and a testament to the enduring legacy of one man's sacrifice. Section 5. A legacy etched in steam and steel, the significance of the journey. The Lincoln funeral train, more than just a mode of transport, became a powerful symbol of national unity and mourning. Its journey across a nation shattered by war served as a poignant reminder of the human cost of conflict. The outpouring of grief it evoked spoke volumes about Lincoln's impact on the nation, and solidified his place as one of America's most revered presidents. The train's route, carefully chosen to mirror Lincoln's own journey to the White House, served as a visual representation of his rise from humble beginnings to the highest office in the land. Each stop along the way became a focal point for national mourning, a place where Americans, united in grief, could pay their respects to the fallen leader. The images and stories from that journey remain etched in the nation's memory, the sea of mourners lining the tracks, the solemn faces of veterans paying their final respects, the poignant tributes left at each stop, all serve as a testament to the enduring legacy of Lincoln and the impact of his presidency. Section 6. Whispers on the Wind. The enduring mystery of the Phantom Train. Even today, over 150 years later, the Lincoln funeral train continues to capture the imagination. The stories persist, whispered like secrets passed down through generations. Some claim to have seen the train, a spectral presence hurtling through the night, its whistle a mournful cry echoing through the years. Others speak of feeling a sudden chill, a sense of profound sadness, as if the weight of the nation's grief still lingers in the air. Whether these tales are rooted in fact or folklore is almost beside the point. They speak to the enduring power of memory and the way certain events become woven into the fabric of a nation's identity. The Lincoln funeral train, both a tangible object and a symbol of national mourning, continues to fascinate and inspire. It serves as a reminder of a pivotal moment in American history, a time when the nation came together to mourn the loss of its leader and to begin the long and arduous process of healing. And perhaps, in the whispers of the Phantom Train, we hear echoes of our own grief, our own hopes, and our own enduring capacity for both sorrow and resilience.